We spent the day today emptying out their home because Mother Nature demanded it. The scariest part. Well, hey y'all. First of all, welcome to very cold Illinois. 36 hours ago, I received a FaceTime from my daughter-in-law standing in her kitchen with a gigantic tree limb piercing through the ceiling 3 foot from her. And they had just survived a catastrophic large tree that flew into their house. The Midwest experienced tragic, just relentless winds and tornadoes and storms Friday night. And unfortunately, my son and Kendra were victim to that. I had my dad visiting Texas for the first time ever and had to cut his trip short because this mama's heart and mind haven't stopped since that phone call. And I'm finally here, and I finally have a rental car, which is the only one in 2 states, because all of them have hail damage and storm damage because it was widespread and horrific. So I'm here. I picked up totes, and I can't wait to go hug my kid. This week is going to be a whirlwind, and you're coming with me because I think it's important to share the good, the bad, the ugly, and sometimes all of that happens all at one time. Please forgive me for my emotions and for seeming a little bit off right now, because this mom's off right now. Also, why did it have to be 22 today? It was 90 at home. Anyway, we're going and you're coming. Let's go. Well, that's not supposed to be there. Unfortunately, it's pretty bad, y'all. The poor fence goes all the way across their entire house. I can't imagine how scary. Okay, we're gonna pull around back. Well, here it is, and it is unbelievable. And the scary part is it's through every piece of their house. And upstairs is a 4 by 4 foot by 4 foot hole that you can see directly out the roof. It pierced every single piece of roof. And this right here is leaning up against that tree and held on by this tiny little piece of shed right here, and it's lodged in there. It is unbelievable, like incredibly unbelievable. It knocked the house off of its foundation in 2 spots. And it's so scary how much worse it could have been. We spent the day today emptying out their home because Mother Nature demanded it. The scariest part about this is that Friday night, Kendra stood here, and this thing comes crashing into the home, knocks off the kitchen cabinets, things just go flying, and it comes within 3 feet of her head. And my heart just sinks looking at this, because that could have so easily killed her. Could have also came through this glass, and the glass could have shattered. But this part of the house is damaged extremely bad. This part of the house attaches to the front, and it's actually separating currently because of the weight that's in here. As we go upstairs, excuse the mess, this is all waiting for a storage unit to open up on Tuesday. And as we go upstairs, again, we emptied this all out today for fear of more storms and mold, but it came through here. And has so much weight up here that it's actually crushing the ceiling. This is actually sloped and dipped down. It's split here, and last night it rained 3 inches of rain, and all their insulation came down. We screwed it back together to be able to keep animals out, but this hole right here came all the way through, and you can see outside behind it. And that's pretty dang terrifying if you ask me. These pieces right here had more piercings from limbs, and this wall is actually being crushed. It's not safe for us to be in here. It certainly isn't safe to be dwelling in here. When the limb hit the top of the house here, it actually snapped backwards, which is why there's so much pressure on this up here. You can see it's just an unbelievable amount of weight. And that's where it actually snapped from that tree. The things that it could have done are much worse, but it did not happen lightly at all. This is a large amount of weight and pressure on their tiny little home. I'm so grateful that they're okay, but I'm also so extremely sad because their little house is not livable. And you see things are shifting and cracking in ways that are catastrophic. And as it continues to rain and water gets inside and leaks and ruins things, it's gonna get worse. But I do have to say that the positive is that enough family and friends came today to help them get everything down from the upstairs and ready to go into a storage unit as it comes. We're leaving this here. This is for insurance purposes, is going to stay just like that. We have a lot of work to do. So much. But we were able to get them into a livable situation in their little tiny shop out back. I'm going to take you around front to show you. We've had a few contractors come by today, people we know, to be able to, there's insulation outside, just to be able to give us any scope of what, what they think, and just a quick once over. One of them being my dad, and one of them being my uncle, and a couple more independent. But One of those tree limbs actually pierced from the back and came out the front. That one up there is just resting on the peak. That means that there's broken rafters up there, and we have severe structural damage and foundation damage. And what they told us is that it certainly is not safe to live in, and that they got very lucky. So there's going to be a lot more ahead, many more phone calls to make and things to work through, but today we're incredibly blessed for the amount of help that came and how fast we were able to knock everything out, and again that they're okay. That's not a flag and is not cotton candy. I feel so sad for them. My heart just breaks there. Just every detail of, from gutters to siding to the power is shut off. It's still me. It's still me. Hi. Hello. Chief and Ace are a little on edge about what's going on in their yard. Their fence here is even jacked up as far as how things fit. Slowly but surely, we're making things come out, and we have a lot of help here today. So really extremely blessed for that. Actually overwhelmed by that.